don't know me, I'm Rob. I'm obviously father of the bride. Again, fortunately, it's going to be a very short speech because I don't want to steal the thunder. That's right, I don't want to steal the thunder from me this year because I've seen his speech and it's good. First of all, I'd like to welcome you all for taking the time and effort to come to Stephanie and Chris's wedding. So thank you very much for that. You may not know, but I've got 3 daughters, so obviously in my household I'm outnumbered. So I don't get many opportunities, A, to speak, and certainly to people to listen to me. So I appreciate this opportunity to speak to everyone. I can honestly say there's probably 2 moments in my life that I've been speechless. One was only a few hours ago, when I saw Stephanie in her wedding dress. And I must admit, she was absolutely stunning. The second time was only a few weeks ago, actually, when she told me how much it was going to cost me today. Steph's sisters, Caroline, Joanne, nagged me and said, "Daddy, you're doing a speech, Daddy, you're doing a speech." I'm asked if I'd like to. Well, if you do, can you embarrass her? I said, no, that's not right. Job. No, it's her day. It's her day. You've got to respect her. I'm not going to tell her about the time your dress got stuck in your knickers.
Not today.
And then the bar manager of the Walker rang me to say, "Can you take this drunken female out of my bar?" I'm not going to tell any stories like that. I can safely say, I speak with confidence here, anybody who knows Stephanie as well, is that there are 2 opinions in this world. There's Stephanie's and everybody else's. It's true, Chris. Oh, yes. Unfortunately, she headed that from her mother. All right. Obviously, her patience and understanding came from me. All right. And if you believe, and I was about to say, and if you believe that, you believe Man United are going to win the Premiership. Seriously though, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Chris to the family. I've known Chris now for 10 years, and in that time, he's always been polite, respectful, and a thoroughly decent guy. And most importantly, I know he loves my daughter. Paula and I are very happy that you are now taking responsibility. Tradition dictates I have to give a few words of advice, obviously, to my new son. To survive, to enjoy your married life. The first one's enjoying the honeymoon period. Now, I'll explain this. Basically, at the moment, Stephanie will be I do. Alright? But in a few months' time, it'll be you better. The second one, of course, and it stood me in good stead. It's 30 years Paul and I been married, and it's, if you want it, love, buy it. Alright? Anyway, as I say, it's time for me to finish, because obviously the best man there is primed to go, I can see. One last thing, I have the pleasure to propose the first toast to the bride and groom. So, if you charge your glasses, and be upstanding, and raise your glasses to Stephanie Chris.
Stephanie Chris.
Another bottle.
He's on his own.
I'll say no.
Hello. Right. Everyone have a nice meal? Good, it cost Rob enough. Like I say, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Don't you all scrub up well. I don't recognise half of it. My own mother didn't even recognise me. New bridesmaids look beautiful. Obviously my wife looks beautiful. The apple of my eye, my daughter. I was crying when I seen her this morning. She broke my heart. It wasn't sweat, it was tears. No, but I like Callie, Molly, Joanne. You won't scrub up well as well, you look absolutely beautiful. And you lot up there, thank you all for coming. Means a lot. Much love. Thank you.
No one's watching it.
Normally when I make a speech I don't read from the script, but because it's my best friend and I'm very emotional, so I'm just going to probably read. And I've been told not to sweat, so, and that's not me, so literally got to read. I once read that the best man's speech should last the time that the groom takes to make it. So,
Thank you very much.
thanks for coming. For those that don't know me, I'm Paul. I've had the pleasure of knowing Chris for 33 years, from when we used to play together as children to right up to now when we still play together, when he's allowed. I'd like to thank Chris for the honour of being his best man. Chris is one of the most nicest, genuine blokes I've ever met in my life, and therefore he's very popular. So to be asked to be his best man is a real privilege. But the general thought is that I was asked because I can arrange the best stag weeks. It's lovely to see so many friends and family here today to enjoy the day and the special couple's big day. It's also nice to see the majority of you made the effort to look nice. I'm sure you'll all agree that Steph looks breathtaking, and all the bridesmaids, and especially Sarah, look outstanding, beautiful. So, I'm sure we've all had a few stories about Barons over the years. But not many like this one. It was April 2nd, 2005. It was a lovely day, it was boiling hot, and in fact it reached 83 degrees. That evening, when a young 18-year-old Steph and a not so young and innocent Chris walked up the stairs into Barons, little did they know that this was to be the night that would change the paths of their life forever. After a few too many beers and throwing some shapes on the dance floor, Chris decided it was time for a sit down. Little did he know that the seat he took was already occupied by a young brunette from Pontardawe. After no doubt apologising about 30 times, sorry, sir. And offering to share his kind of special back. Cupid struck his bow, and Chris and Steph struck up a conversation that was to be the first of many. It was from there that romance bloomed, and Steph's nursing skills came in handy because just before the first date, Chris managed to fall through a glass door, landed up with a load of stitches and his arm in a sling. So on their first date, Steph had to help him out of the car and over the wall onto the prom to go for their romantic walk along Wimbles. So dating began, and they've been inseparable ever since. I gotta be honest, I was worried in the beginning that now the pun was caught in, would I be losing my best friend? But in fact, I couldn't be farther from the truth because I gained another one. Steph memorably said to me once, "Don't worry, I'm not going to take him away from you. I know the two of you come as a package, and I have to accept you." We've had some great times together, and when Steph has a few and turns into one of the lads, chewing tobacco and burping the alcohol, I couldn't couldn't ask for a nicer person to be looking after my best friend. So, after a few years of weekly abusing Premier Inns, no sleep, no pay guaranteed, and clearly not telling the truth as to why they were claiming their money back for not sleeping, they moved in together on Andy Street and set up home. It was soon after that that I received the call. There was to be a new addition to their family, and shortly after, along came Ben. A couple of years later, and the big new addition came, and Bashira, the princess and the family were the perfect little family were complete. And so, this perfect little family is the reason we're all here today. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in raising a glass to the wonderful Mr. and Mrs. Powell. Thank you, Paul.
Well done, Paul. Well done, son.
Paul, you didn't swear.
You didn't swear. Well done, Paul. No swearing. Well done, son.
Come on in, Steph, give us a word. Come on, Steph.
So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the evening. Well done.